The Taliban's impending takeover of Afghanistan could threaten the country's journalists. The Biden administration is preparing to abide by an August 31st deadline set by former President Trump to remove all troops from the country. Officials are working nonstop to evacuate Americans and Afghans before next week. Some fear the U.S. is not putting Afghan journalists on its list of high-priority evacuees. These reporters, many of whom are women, have spent the last 2 decades speaking out against the Taliban. As an op-ed in the New York Times explains, the departure will put them in grave danger. Jeanne Bourgault co-wrote that op-ed. She is the president and CEO of Internews, a nonprofit that backs independent journalists around the world. Jeanne, thank you so much for joining us. The media industry boomed during the last 2 decades in Afghanistan. As you kind of wrote in your op-ed, Afghanistan was an information desert pre our entry into the country. How was this able to happen? And paint the picture for us. What did this country look like prior to the Taliban reclaiming control?
I mean, in all honesty, one of the greatest achievements of Afghanistan over the last 20 years has been the creation of a vibrant press. Literally across all 34 provinces, you can find television, radio, online media. 20 years ago, there wasn't a single woman working in the news industry. Today, there are over 1,300, or at least up until the takeover of the Taliban.
And, you know, obviously those people could potentially be in grave danger with targets on their back. What is your greatest concern for those who have been involved in the media over the last 20 years now that the Taliban has reclaimed control of most of the country?
We know they are in grave danger. We know this because we're hearing from them every single day. At Internews, we already have a list of over 400 journalists who are pleading with us to help them get out. And this is only one list of many lists of journalists that are emerging around the world, literally. It is a really dire time for them. The Taliban is not a fan of freedom of expression, not a fan of allowing for independent free flow of information. So we're working very, very hard to help those who want to escape to get out of the country.
The U.S., of course, has that hard deadline to be out of Afghanistan by August 31st. That is just 1 week away. What do you expect to happen once the U.S. is fully withdrawn from the country?
We know when it comes to the journalism community, some of those who wanted to get out will get out. Some of those who wanted to get out won't succeed, and others will have chosen to stay. And no matter what happens, we as an international community and we at Internews plan on continuing to assist them, assist them in finding ways to provide vital information to their communities and also get their messages out to the world.
In your op-ed, you wrote, quote, "For 20 years, Afghan journalists were among the West's greatest allies. We cannot be bystanders to their undoing." What role have Afghan journalists played in the lives of the Afghan people during what has been the longest war in U.S. history?
I mean, it's really actually been very beautiful. I'm, of course, a fan, but all of the successes that Afghanistan has seen in its 20-year history, from education to health, all of those achievements have been bolstered by the local press, by a local press providing context and relevance to local communities, as well as providing and helping hold government officials to account for the promises they've been making. Not to mention, in most recent days, when it comes to COVID, across all 34 provinces, there's an explosion of misinformation about the COVID pandemic. And we have an army of fact checkers when it comes to the local media, helping local communities understand the truth about COVID. So every sector across Afghanistan has benefited from that lively press in the country.
In Afghanistan and also outside of Afghanistan, so many reputable news sources here in the United States, global news sources, have relied on these journalists who are doing really dangerous, harrowing work to get us access when we go into these countries. So, Jeanne, in your opinion, what needs to be done to protect these journalists of Afghanistan? How do you think the U.S. can ensure the health and safety of those who have spoken out against the Taliban during this really tumultuous period in time?
We ideally would help those who want to leave. But I have to say, as you said, the window is closing. And the hardest part is that there are very few paths. If you're a journalist in Afghanistan who didn't work for an international news outlet or didn't work for one of our donor governments, there's literally no path to get out. And that, if only we can make that change, we want to. That is the tragedy to us. At this point, I do think it's important for us to think about the future where a lot of those journalists who want to get out can't get out. How do we provide them security support from afar? How do we help them continue to produce news and information from afar. It's possible, but it's going to be scary and dangerous, and it's a really tragic situation.
That's really a tough situation to watch unfold. Jeanne, I have one last question for you. What do you think international news organizations should do in this circumstance?
I mean, many international news organizations are working very hard to get the people who work with them out. And I think that is where all of our focus is right now, is to help those who can get out. And those colleagues are the ones who are able to get out. So keep doing that. Keep putting pressure. I'd love to see the door open over time to allow all journalists to consider evacuating Afghanistan. It's not open now, but you can keep covering this story, and hopefully someday it will come open to have the ability for all journalists, not just those who work for international outlets, have an opportunity to leave the desire.
Yeah, we'll certainly be watching the situation very closely. Jeanne Bourgault, thank you for your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.